Alright, hey guys. So on this channel, I do have another YouTube channel, and I wanted to just start a place where I was strictly going to be talking frugal stuff. And my other channel started off like as frugal stuff, but then it kind of geared towards everyday life, cooking, different things like that. So I figured I was gonna make a channel strictly for frugal stuff. So I don't know how I'm going to do this. I come up with a bunch of different ways that we save money, different things that we don't spend money on, and I figured I was going to share that with you guys. So I'll just start, and if I find that this video is getting long, I'll just cut it off and I'll make another video with different tips. Yes, I'm in my bathroom right now just because it's the quietest place. The lighting is a little bit better. It's super gloomy outside and rainy, so just bear with me. Alright, so I made a list of things that we do not spend money on, and I'm just going to try to quickly go through and let you guys know some of the things that I don't waste money on. So the first thing is paper products. I do not buy paper plates, paper cups, napkins, cutlery, paper towels, Kleenex, different things like that. Obviously, I use my ceramic plates and glasses and stuff. Napkins, if we go out somewhere, sometimes I'll just grab a couple extra napkins. That's not like a huge deal or nothing. For paper towels and Kleenex and that, paper towels, I have a certain designated area where I have rags that I make out of old clothes and things like that. It's the same with Kleenex. I have a little section, a little place where I keep old raggedy clothes and stuff that I cut up and use for Kleenex and stuff like that. So I do not waste any money on that stuff. The second thing is expensive clothes, jewelry, makeup. Clothes, typically buy that stuff secondhand. I'll go thrifting, garage sales, things like that. A lot of it too sometimes is hand-me-downs. I've got cousins and my mom and my sister and just different things like that. Just pass kind of clothes around, stuff like that. So I do not spend, and it's very rare that I'll go out and purchase, my hair's sticking up. Very rare that I go out and purchase clothes from a store. So jewelry, I have no jewelry. I used to have all my ears pierced. My nose is, the hole is still there for my nose, but I don't wear the nose ring. I used to have my tongue pierced, my belly button pierced, all this stuff pierced. None of it. I don't wear rings. I don't wear nothing. Makeup, as you can see, I don't wear makeup. The odd time I'll wear foundation or mascara. That's if I'm going out or something, I'll just put a little bit on, but it's not something that I have to, oh my god, I gotta spend a half an hour doing makeup or my eyebrows or whatever, so I don't do any of that stuff. If I do have makeup, it's usually given to me, for Christmas or birthdays or stuff like that, and my mascara lasts that long that I have it for the year. And I know some people might say, oh, you gotta throw that out every couple of months, and I don't. So I do not waste any money on that crap. So I'm not judging you if you do. I'm just telling you guys what I do to save money at my house. So I don't buy none of that stuff. Now, I have never, ever, ever had a manicure, pedicure, anything like that. I don't want anybody else touching my feet, to be honest with you, or my hands. If I don't paint my nails, as you guys can see, I actually chew my nails. I know, bad habit, but what are you gonna do? If I wanted to have my nails painted, I would just go and get some nail polish and do it myself. It's not a big deal. Yeah, they're not gonna be all fancy, and I can't stand long nails. I don't even know how people wipe their butts when they have these long ass nails, so don't know. But it is not for me. Like I said, I'm not judging you if you guys get your nails done. It's just not something that I do. The fourth thing is gym memberships. I used to have a gym membership way before I had my son. Me and my mom used to get up and go early in the morning. Don't do that anymore. You can go on YouTube, you can go on anywhere on the internet and find little workouts if you really wanted to work out. I go for walks. I'm constantly running around, so I consider that, of course, if you're working out to, bodybuild or something like that, you're gonna need to go to the gym or whatever, but it's just not something that I spend money on. Where I live, there's a little park, and they actually have like little pieces of equipment out there that you can work out on. Like they've got a bench where you can do sit-ups and push-ups and pull yourself up and just all kinds of different things. It has like a bike and this thing where you swing your legs and all that. So obviously we can't go there in the wintertime, but it's there if people want to use it in the summer. And like I said, YouTube has all kinds of things to do. So just type in whatever you guys are looking for on YouTube, and I'm sure you guys will find it. Water. I don't spend money on water, like ever. I have a tap that I have my own well. I bottle my own water, and I never buy, like if we're out and about, I never buy a bottle of water. Number 6, fancy coffee. Usually I make my own at home. Like 9 out of 10 times there's that odd time that I will pick up. If we're out and about, I'll grab a coffee if I feel like having a coffee. But typically I make them at home, and it costs me, I did the math one time, and it cost about 18 cents to make a full pot of coffee. And it costs like $2.20 to have a cup of coffee when you go out to some like fancy restaurant, or not even fancy, just Tim Hortons, for instance. I don't go to Starbucks, never had a mochaccino or whatever, like one of those things. It's just not my cup of tea, or a cup of coffee. Also, I drink my coffee black. It's something that I have kind of like adapted to over the years. Number one, milk kind of bothers my stomach, and it saves on the milk. If you're always, you drink a lot of coffee and you're putting milk in it, then you're gonna have to turn around and buy a lot of milk. So I kind of cut that out. I cut down on the sugar. It would be nice to be able to cut the sugar out completely, so that I didn't have to buy any sugar when it came to coffee. But that's a work in progress. Another thing that I don't spend money on is repairmen. My washer has broke. My dryer has broke. I fixed it myself. I went and bought secondhand parts. I YouTubed it, and it showed me exactly. It was to find the specific thing that I was looking for. It was a little tricky. It was hard, but I did find it, and I did it myself, and it's such a good feeling when you can do something like that and not have to call a repairman in and spend all this money on that. So that was pretty awesome. And my dad lives next door, so if there is something like electrical or something like that, he's pretty handy when it comes to that. So I can just give my old pops a call, and he'll usually comes and helps with whatever I need. When we buy things, I don't get extended warranties. I've never really had to use anything that, needed an extended warranty. And if worse comes to worse, you could probably just contact the company and they will fix it up. But extended warranties is not something that I waste my money on. Books and movies. We just recently got the internet back. I used to buy the $3 and $5 movies. The $3 movies, I believe, are at the dollar store, and Walmart has their like $5 bin of movies. I would buy some from there and just kind of keep a collection of movies. People give us movies. You could go to the library and rent movies. You can there's just all different places that you can kind of go to rent movies, but I don't have Netflix. I do like to read once in a while when I have time. I have books that were given to me that need to be read, and if I needed new ones, I would go to the library, but Overall, books and movies are not something that I spend money on, or ordering a movie off the TV or something like that. I don't even have TV, so that's another thing that I could have added to the books, movies, and TV. I don't have TV. Speeding tickets and parking tickets. Never in my life have I had either of them. I try to drive the speed limit and avoid those useless costs altogether. I don't park where I'm not supposed to park. It's just it's things that you can avoid if you just do what you're supposed to. Just 1 second, the phone's ringing. Okay. Where was I? So yeah, I don't just follow the speed limit and don't park where you're not supposed to, and that's things that you can totally avoid. Salons. I don't go to the salon. I might have been there 3 times in my life. Once was when I was graduating high school. I got my hair done. And it wasn't anything that fancy. When my mom and dad renewed their wedding. Okay, sorry about that. I ran out of space. So, like I was saying, my hair, I got it done. My parents' wedding renewal, my mom insisted. She paid for it. And then there might have been one other time I got a haircut. Other than that, I cut my own hair. I cut my son's hair. Jay cuts his hair. There's just no need to go to a hairdresser and spend that kind of money. Same with dyeing my hair. I don't usually dye my hair. When I do, I buy the box stuff from the dollar store. Some people might be against it. I personally find it works fine. So I don't dye my hair all that often, though. I might dye it like maybe twice a year or so. Brand name stuff. I'm not about brand name stuff. Honestly, a lot of the no-name, cheaper brand, generic brand stuff works just as good. So I'm not a brand snob or whatever you want to call it. Okay, I put cable and Netflix. Again, I had mentioned this earlier, but I just don't pay for cable or Netflix. Anything that I watch on YouTube. So yeah, YouTube is my go-to place. Expensive laundry soap. I want to talk about this a little bit because, first of all, my son has skin issues. He's got sensitive skin, so to buy Gain and all those big brands that smell really good. Although I love my clothes smelling like that, it's hard on his skin. He breaks out with a rash and stuff like that. So I don't buy that brand or anything. I used to get the Walmart brand. It was a cheaper one, and you got a great big amount of it for less than $8. And then when I used to buy it like that, I would always water it down. I have since started making my own laundry soap, and it simply calls for borax, washing soda, and a bar of washing soap. So I make up a big 5-gallon bucket of that, and I made some in September, and I'm still using. I'm on my last little bit from that gallon, but I still have. I'll probably be good with what I purchased. It cost me $16 to get those 3 ingredients. And I will probably be good till next year for sure, because there's still a bunch of, you only use a cup of borax and a cup of washing soda, and it comes in a great big container. So I'm not worried about that. I did, however, the other day, the laundry soap and the Snuggle was on sale. So what I did, I didn't have to do this, but I just figured I will pick up a thing of the fabric softener and a thing of the laundry soap because it was super cheap. It was $4 something, I think. I picked that up, and I'm just going to use a cup of the fabric softener and a cup of the brand name soap in with my homemade soap when I make it. So all that stuff is going to last a year, and it was less than, I don't know, $25, let's just say. You divide that by 12, and it's, even when I just made the laundry soap, I think it evened out to be about 16 cents or something like that it cost per bucket. Or I'd have to find that video when I made that. I will find it and put it on this channel for you guys, so you guys can see how I made that soap. I will, whenever I run out of this soap, I kind of might do like a update of the video and say, okay, I made it on September 25th and it lasts me until, January 1st or something, whatever. I'll fix that out. But that's what I do for laundry soap. I make my own a lot cheaper, smells just as good. And, well, it doesn't smell as strong as like a brand name one, but it works just as good. I don't buy a ton of cleaning supplies. Usually I will get kind of like a Pine Sol, all-purpose Pine Sol or Javex or bleach, whatever you guys call it. And I know some people kind of don't like cleaning with that. I do. I find it smells good and it smells clean. And once in a while I'll do my towels and the bedclothes with them. And I use it to wash the toilet and different things like that. And I use it to mop the floor. I'll mix the Javex. I know you're not supposed to mix it, but I mix it with a little bit of the Pine Sol. It smells so good, the purple kind. And that's what I use to clean. I don't buy a ton of stuff. I've used vinegar in the past, and I have seen a video on the cast iron soap. That is something I want to look into because that can be used for multiple different things. So that might be something that I purchase in the near future if I can find it at a good price and it does what I need it to do. I will definitely add cast iron soap to my cleaning supply list and save money that way as well. Prepackaged foods. This is something that I very rarely buy. I mean, I'm not perfect. There are times that I might slip and buy something, that this is just a journey that I'm on, that some of these things I've been doing for years, others I'm just kind of starting to get into. But when it comes to like food and stuff, I try to buy just fresh stuff, things that I can cook myself, different things like that. In the summertime, I have a garden, so that, kind of keeps some of the costs down when it comes to that. But like, I don't buy prepackaged pizzas and things like that. I can make that myself. So when it comes to, and that saves a lot of money because those like prepackaged foods get expensive, and then you don't get much in it, and to me, it's a waste. And once you wake up and you realize that, and you can make all these things at home for a lot cheaper than what you're buying it, and a lot healthier, it just kind of, makes you wake up and realize. Liquor and cigarettes. I don't smoke, I don't drink, don't do nothing. So that in itself saves a ton of money. Jay smokes cigarettes, but I'm not going to get into that. He buys the cheapest of cheap, so anyways. Cell phones. We have a cell phone that my mom lends us that has minutes on it. For like emergencies when we're going out and stuff in case we break down or something. But in the summertime, she's gone to work. Where they go, she doesn't get cell service up there, so she gives us the cell phone for the summertime. In the winter, I usually just have it when we're traveling back and forth to dialysis. But the cell phones, Jay has a cell phone that was given to him to review a while back. He's had the same cell phone, and every cell phone that I've owned has been hand-me-downs. Somebody's given to me. I have never, ever purchased a cell phone. I don't plan on purchasing a cell phone. They're expensive, and I find all the newer ones, these iPhones and iThis and whatever, they're just, you drop them once, they break. They're just, you spend a ton of money, and in 2 months there's something new out, and people just need to have it, and I'm not like that. I just, whatever's given to me, I use. I've had a few of them so far. Some of them have, this is the only one that's not cracked. The others have fell, and the screen's cracked, and it still works. They work better than these $1,000 phones that people are buying. That my sister had a $1,000 phone, and she dropped it once. It broke. The screen was so screwed up she couldn't even use it. I've had, at least 3 cell phones that fell, broke, smashed, and they still worked. I had one cell phone. The very first cell phone that I had was given to me to review, and back when I still have the website, but we were doing reviews, and they had sent me a cell phone, and I lost it. I know I'm not really good when it comes to stuff like that. I lost it when we were, I think we were out walking around in the woods by my uncle's place, and I ended up losing it. I think it was in the fall, if I'm not mistaken. I couldn't find it. Couldn't find it at all. No, you know what it was? It was the winter. We were out snowshoeing. I lost it. It must have went in the snow. I didn't see it. Couldn't find it. It stayed outside in the snowbank all winter long. And then in the spring, we were out walking around, and my sister spotted it because I was like determined. I was like, I lost it. I didn't lose it like out and about in town. I lost it somewhere where we were. So we ended up going back. Long story short, I found it. It worked. So that phone was outside in the cold winter, all winter, and we found it in the spring, and it still works. So, yeah. Go figure. Anyways, so cell phones, we don't purchase money or anything for them. We just use Wi-Fi. Music, I don't buy music. I either stream it on YouTube, or there's lots of free sites that you can download music from. I know some people frown upon that, but it is what it is. I don't spend money on skincare products. The only thing that I buy sometimes, well, I buy it like maybe once a year, maybe once every 2 years, is sunscreen for the summertime. Other than that, I don't buy lotions and creams and all this fancy schmancy stuff. I just don't do it. I don't moisturize my face. I just wash my face with water in the morning, and that's perfectly fine for me. I might not have the best looking skin, but I really don't care. Cleaning services. I know people who pay people to clean their house. No, I'm going to clean my own house. I'm not going to pay somebody to clean my house. I don't gamble. Don't play the lottery, unless somebody buys a scratch ticket for me. Last night we went to the hockey game. I bought a half and half ticket. I didn't win, but I don't gamble. I think you got 3 tickets for $2, so whatever. It was a chance to win some money, and there wasn't that many people there, so I figured whatever. I had a better chance of doing that than actually playing the lottery. So, but yeah, we don't buy lottery tickets. We don't play the 649 and all that stuff. I don't go to not vending machines, you know what I mean? Those things there at the casinos and stuff. We don't do that. Okay, this one ties in with one of my first things that I talked about, but I don't have fake eyelashes. I don't do my eyebrows. I don't have fake nails. I don't wear makeup, face creams, lotions, all that stuff. I don't buy any of it. None of it. If I have it, it's because it was given to me. The only thing that I buy is Pit Stick. For those of you who I call underarm deodorant, whatever you want to call it, I call it Pit Stick. In case you guys were wondering. Home decor, knickknacks, things like that, don't buy. It's a waste of money. It's more things that you have to dust. If I really want to decorate, a lot of this stuff was just given to me that I have in my house. If I really, really want something, I'll either make it myself or I'll wait till it's super cheap or something, but it's not like I have a ton of stuff hanging up on walls and stuff. Like I said, I did this thing a little while back where I was trying to become a minimalist and have the least amount of, things that were useless to me in the house, and I got rid of a lot of that stuff because at the same time, when you don't have a bunch of junk on your walls and all these knick-knack things, it's easier just to go and wipe things down and keep your house clean. So I don't have none of that stuff. I don't have any fancy kitchen gadgets. I don't go buy the latest, avocado seed puller outer thing, or, I use what I have. So I don't buy, because I've seen some pretty crazy things. I can do all that. Anything that I can do myself, I'll do. I don't go out and buy gadgets for it. I don't purchase, unless I need, but even that, I don't remember the last time I bought a pair of shoes. It was a couple of years ago. My mom gets me some for my birthday, sometimes, and me and my mom are the same shoe size, and she goes through shoes like crazy, so her and my sister usually just give me whatever they have kicking around that they don't, use anymore or whatever. I don't buy shoes. I buy my son's shoes when it comes to him starting school, but other than that, I don't buy shoes. I don't buy purses and wallets and all that fancy stuff. Again, hand-me-downs, or if I do, I'm going to purchase a purse, I go to a thrift store. I'm not going to pay you know, $20, $30, $40 for a purse when I can get one for $2. So, expensive perfumes. I like to smell nice. Right now I have a perfume that I got at a thrift store. It was like 50 cents or something like that. I'm using that. Other than that, I used to buy at Walmart. They have like the body sprays, and I think they were $3.97 is the most that I paid for it. When I was younger, before I had my son, I used to buy like $50 and $60 perfumes, and that was like insane. So, yeah, I don't do that anymore. So, that is pretty much it for now. I had haircuts written down there, but I realized that I already talked about haircuts. So there's about 28-ish things that I just mentioned, roughly. I have to go through and count them and stuff, and so that I can title this video. But it's getting kind of long, and I don't want this to be, you know, like an hour long chit-chat, but that's why I was going to break it down. But what the heck, I'll just leave it all in one video. So these are 28 things that I do not spend money on. I'd like to hear what you guys don't spend money on. If there's a lot of the same things that we do that are the same, it would be nice to, you know all that. So talk to me in the comments. I always respond, and yeah, let me know what you guys don't spend money on. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up to know that you liked it. Feel free to share it if you want. And stay tuned, because I'm going to have a lot more videos talking about different things that we do. That's frugal, that's saving money. And I'm also going to start a video kind of in the new year. I want to get my debt total, and I'm going to start putting that in the title of certain videos, and so that we can see, like, as I pay off my debt and all that. But that'll be a whole different video. I'm not even going to really get into that on this. My video keeps cutting out. Alright. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys later.